So what makes this problem interesting is it connects Fourier transforms, okay, or frequency response with some basic Laplace transforms and all that. And then there is also time response. Okay. Now there is a lot to learn from this question. First is, can we solve this question once right now? We are given frequency response of h of omega. Okay. So transfer function magnitude and phase response is given. We have to find output, or when the output becomes 0, okay, for step response. So of course we discuss some strategies for this. This is first is find the form of h of omega. Second is, once you know h of omega, or h of j omega, however you want to call it, let's to be consistent with notation in the page, find h of j omega. Second is find y of s. This is just h of s, x of s. Okay, and then if you take inverse Laplace transform, you can find y of t, and set that to 0, find that time. Okay, so notice you essentially know this. This is given to be 1 over s, step response. So you also know this. And if you take inverse Laplace transforms, you can get this and set that to 0. He also said, of course, this is one of the hardest questions in the paper. Okay, and in fact, the hardest step is this inverse problem here, that is finding h of j omega from this. Part of the answer is perhaps if we know the standard things. Okay, this is all pass filter. What is a how does the transfer function kind of look for that? If we had some info on that, then this inverse problem is actually very easy. Okay, so one of the questions is basically, how does low pass filter look? How does high pass filter look? How does all pass filter, band pass, band notch filters, on all that look? That we have to if we kind of know that, if we have that in our prior knowledge, then this step also kind of becomes easier. Okay, so quickly, based on this, h of s is an all pass filter. Okay, it's of the form a minus s into a plus s, a minus j omega by a plus j omega. In terms of s, it is this. Okay, let's also confirm with h of j omega whether our frequencies make sense. A minus j omega by a plus j omega. Okay, quickly notice angle of h of j omega, the modulus is the same. Angle of h of j omega, okay, this is minus tan inverse of omega by a. A is a parameter, we don't know that yet. And then again a minus from the denominator, we have tan inverse of omega by a. Notice omega tending to 0, this is 0. Omega tending to infinity, this is minus tan inverse of infinity 2 times that, right? That is 2 times minus 90 degrees. So this point makes sense. This point makes sense, which is why we did not choose a plus s by a minus s. That would have been going this way to plus 180 degrees. Okay, magnitude would have been the same. So we chose this term. Okay, this makes sense. Okay, notice h of specifically infinity is minus 180 degrees. We can very quickly check that. Okay, this is our h of s. What is a? So this is minus 2 tan inverse omega by a. Okay, when omega is, so now this is a parameter that is unknown that we have to find. Again, we have to use information here. So let's look at this point. at omega equals 10 power 4, okay, angle of h of j omega equals minus 90 degree. Can we use this and solve for A? So 90 is tan inverse 10 power 4 by A. Oh, no. This is not 90. No, this is 90 by 2. 90 by 2. That is 45 degrees. So can we find the parameter here? This implies, so A should be 10 power 4. Here we just know the form. Here we also know the parameter. We know it properly. Okay. Now, so what we have done right till now is this step, find h of j omega or find h of s. Okay. What we have to do now is to find y of s. First step, find h of s. Notice this itself could have been a problem, right? Gate question. Second step, find y of s, y of t. Okay. Find y of s. Find the page allows find y of t. Y of s is h of s, x of s, and this is 1 over s. This says your x of s is 1 over s. So this is 1 over s a minus s by a plus s. Now we have to do partial fractions. Okay, this is a over s plus b by s plus a. What is a? A is remove that singularity evaluated at 0. I suppose a is 1. B is eliminate this evaluated at minus a. Okay, so we have 2a by minus a. I suppose this is minus 2. So this is 1 by s minus 2 by s plus a. Okay, we have done this step. Find y of s. We have done that. A we know we'll substitute it towards the end. Okay. Find y of t. Okay. So take inverse Laplace transform. Y of t is 1 minus 2 e power minus a t. Okay. Now we have to find the time when this kind of becomes 0. So let's have one more page. Okay. Find td such that y of td equals 0. So we have y of td equals 1 minus 2 e power minus a td. This equals 0. Okay, we have 1 over 2 is e power minus a td. Okay, and then take ln on both sides. Minus ln 2 is minus ln 2 is minus a td. Okay, this implies td is ln 2 over a. Okay, so we had already find a, that is ln 2 by 10 power 4. We had found a to be 10 power 4. So this is 10 power 4 ln 2. Okay, right now we have our answer in seconds. This is a trap. Of course, they don't have set the trap. So in terms of microseconds, this is 100 ln 2 microseconds. So the answer here is A, I suppose. Very good time. No, 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 no. I kind of kept track of time. I kind of solved it in real time, right? I started it at 125 or something like that. By 135, 127 or something like that, I started. Within 10 minutes, we finished it. It's not like extremely time consuming. Certainly, and this is also first is okay, recognize it's a hard question, but doable. Do it towards the end, okay? Last 30 minutes of the exam, if you do it, you get 2 marks. Why skip it? This is time consuming. So this takes about 10 minutes to do it in the exam. And hopefully, don't do it without mistakes, and you kind of get it right. Is that 2 marks worth it? Yeah. Okay. It does. It is worth it, specifically in the last half an hour of the exam. This is the first part. This itself could have been a question. Can you find the form of h of s? This itself is a question. Identify h of s. Identify the parameter. That could have been a question. Find y of s. Okay. Or it's the Laplace transform. Find this a and b. That is 1 by s, 2 by s plus a. Y of s as partial fractions. That could have been a question. Take partial fractions. Or just find y of t. This could have been a question. And on top of this, I added, okay, what is the time in which this y becomes 0? And we did this, the time we spent on this question in class is extremely important because it highlighted, it kind of gave a structure to what I was discussing. Frame new questions. Okay, if this question is hard, can you at least, while practicing, while preparation, can you frame easy questions to check if you understand the question, if you understand the concept? Okay, I was saying it in building castles in the sky. Kind of now it's given a very concrete form. Oh, this is what you're meaning by rephrasing questions. Notice one more option here of if the option here is 10 power minus 4, that's a trap, right? Because we don't check the answers in seconds. We quickly like, okay, 10 power minus 4. No, notice had it been D had been this, that's a trap, right? These are the questions that I kind of mentioned here. Can we actually design op-amp circuits for various things?